Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 3 of CDR Season 9 here at Abu Dhabi. I'm your host, King Lachlan. So Kieran will be the first one to set a time here. So obviously last week, Gameful taking the win there, followed by Bonnie, Val and Ehal in third. It's a good showing from Venom also, going up from 20th on the grid to 4th. But yeah, obviously a reminder that this evening is a sprint qualifying format, first one of the season, one of 4. So it'll be interesting to see what the grid looks like after the end of this short qualifying session. Good evening also. As Kieran comes around the final corner, his time will be a 1:23.5. He will be closely followed by Full Send Dave, who sets a 1:23.3. Good lap time from him. Ross is next across the line. He goes a 1:24.3. Mechanical jumps in there with a 1:23.8. Bartmandu a 1:23.5. Bonnie Val takes provisional pole, 1:23.2 so far. Simba 1:23.5. Huntsman has invalidated. Let's see who else is on laps. Final corners. And Toxa will be the next. He sets a 1:24.4. Clay a 1:24.7. Coldtrim a 1:23.7. Cavalis a 1:24.4. Chip a 1. Well, that's just mental. Chip a 1:24.3. Paranoid a 1:24.6. Who else is on laps? Cammy is on a lap. Ashik goes quickest with a 1:22.7. Good lap time from him, half a second clear so far. Cammy Moo will be next. He sets a 1:23.9. Everyone else is in the pit so far. As also says, well, apparently I was on no TC. Luckily it was only the wing I lost there. Yeah, good job there also. Talking of Osso, he is on his outlap, so we will stay on board with him, as he will be the next 2 set of time. Scottish Ninja jumps in there with a 123.8. So, like I say, it is a sprint qualifying format this evening. So this short qualifying session will be a little bit hectic. So I do apologise if I can't keep up with what's going on. Everyone is coming out at different times, unlike obviously the usual format where most people just come out at similar times. Everyone likes to spread out in a short quali. As also comes down to as he comes down the second DRS straight, there is only 2 DRS zones here, both on each back straight. It's time for your pointless weather report of the week. It's dry dirt from Camimu. Yeah, I sort of figured that. Then again, it did rain in Tier 3 in Vegas last week. That's in the desert. As Osso goes a 124.3, Huntsman is on a lap. Just coming through Sector 3 now. Huntsman goes P11 at 124.2. Venom is also on a lap. He's coming around the final 2 corners now. Let's see what lap time he can do. As he goes P19 at 125.2. Gameful hasn't yet set a time, but is now about to start a flyer. So let's see what your last week's race winner can do on his first flyer. So here we go then, the last 2 corners for Gameful. And he sets a 124.2, puts himself P11. There's a few of the guys out at the moment. Full Send is currently over on his time. Bachman do I think may have just gone quicker, maybe 123.1. Cold trim, I think it's gone quicker, 123.4. Mechanical, not sure on. Clay improves to 123.3, good lap from time from him. Davis still over currently on his time. As he invalidates. Cami is over as well. Cavalis is currently under by about a tenth. Bonivar's just started his lap as well to see what his first sector split is. And he is about equal. Let's jump quickly back on board with Cavalis and see what his sector 2 split is. And he is improving, he's 3.5 tenths better off. And that would jump him up the field quite a lot. Let's see if he can keep improving. Do want to quickly jump back on board with Bonivar as well and see if he improves. Let's do that now. No, he is not improving currently. Cavalis does though by 8.5 tenths. Puts himself P9, good lap time from him. Kieran is telling me he's currently almost 3.5 tenths underneath his time. Invalidates the final corner. Didn't need to push like that. Simba is on an outlap. Not too sure who's going to be next to cross the line. That looks as though it could be one of the Alphas. It is one of the Alphas, Gameful. Just jumping out the way. Simba has invalidated that lap and the next lap. And Tox is over on his time currently. Not a lot happening on track at the minute. Gameful is not really improving either. Let's jump back on board with Tox, and Tox is slightly improved through that sector, but not improving on his time overall. Ross is currently on a lap. And he's 2 tenths underneath his time. Let's see what he can do. Scottish Ninja is also on a lap. And he will be next. He will be first across the line before Ross. So let's see what he can do. Driving for my constructor, Aston Martin, this evening. And he is slightly, very, very slightly underneath his time. See if he can hook sector 3 up. and he does improve by about a tenth. Ross has decided to jump in the pits. Chip is over. Ross decided to retire in the pits, I would imagine. Simba is a tenth better off this time around. We'll see what he can do. Simba does improve to P4, 2.5 tenths better off, 123.2. Carltrim is on a lap as well. Everyone's starting to come out now. And he is marginally up on his time. Marginally underneath his time, sorry. As he's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. Actually, he's still in the pit for some reason. So let's see what Carl can do. And then we'll try and jump on board with everyone else. As Carl decides to pit anyway. Bark has gone through sector 1. Full send is a tenth better off this time around through sector 1. Bark is also a tenth better off through sector 1. See what sector 2 brings for Bark. And he is improving. He's 2 tenths better off. Bonneville is slightly better off as well. Full send is over on his time currently. Let's see if Bark can challenge pole through sector 3. As he comes around the final 2 corners. And he goes P2, almost 3 tenths better, 122.8. Bonneville is also improving. He's now coming around the final 2 corners. Mechanical improves a 122.8. Good lap time from him as someone is spun, I believe. Bonneville takes pole, 122.5. Good lap time from him. It's a great lap time. As Antox has just crossed the line. So Bonneville taking pole. Ashik P2 and Bartmandu P3. Really good lap time from them guys. Bonneville's lap time is different class. So just confirmation then, Bonneville P1, Ashik P2, Bark P3, Mechanical P4, Simba P5, Clay P6, Full Send P7, Carltrim P8, Kieran P9, Cavalis P10, Gameful P11, Chip Hazard P12, Scottish Ninja P13, Venom P14, Camimu P15. Paranoid P16, Warrior Huntsman P17, Osso Bosso P18, BFD Ross P19, and Antoxa P20. As Tim says, good evening Tim. Osso P16, where did Osso end up in the end? P16 did he? As Osso says, hello, big mistake and I'm done. So it'll be interesting to see tyre strategies. Obviously I can't imagine too many people would like to go for softs around here, they die off quite quickly. So I'm guessing a lot of the guys will go with the mediums. And this also says it might be glitched. Brilliant. Absolutely sensational. So there you go, Gameful did leave. Let's get Gameful an invite. As I believe it was him. As it's not gonna let me, is it? Brilliant. Let's try again. There you go. Gameful, I've sent you an invite if you can hear me. As it's saying. Let's see the tyres then. Gameful going for the softs. As Kaz says, any room? No, not this evening, bud. There's 20 cars this evening. As Gameful has managed to join us, he won't be able to take control of his car, I don't think, until the race starts. There's a massive gap from full centre Carl. Two boys at the front just wanting to get on with it. We'll see what sort of getaway they can all get. I'm expecting Gameful to pick up a few positions the first couple of laps. And then we'll see what his pace is like after that on them soft tyres. As everyone's now taking their grid position. As Kieran and Antox are getting disqualified from the session. Lights out and away we go. Looks like a fairly good start there from Bonneville. Bartmandu gets Ashik. He also gets Mechanical gets Ashik as well. Lots of battling going on in the background. As everyone seems to have made it through quite comfortably. As Mechanical has managed to get Bart. Simba has also managed to get Clay by the looks of things. Carl also gets Clay. Simba now having a little look at Ashik. Mechanical all over the back of Bonneville. So fairly clean lap one by the looks of things from everyone. Oh, I hate it when it does this. When the timings glitch. That's annoying. Let's just turn that all off for a minute. Big slide from Ashik as he tries to get the power down there. Car is now having a little look at the back of Simba. Thinks better of it. Let's see if that sorted itself out now. Sort of. So the front two are breaking away from Bark. As Gameful gets Clay. Bark now back within DRS to the front two. There we go, it's finally sorted itself out again. As Scottish Ninjas had an incident. It looks like he's lost it. Coming out of turn one. And that brings out a virtual safety car. Unfortunate for Ninja, he will be starting from the back of the grid as Chip gets a drive through for speeding onto VSC. This Mechanical looks to have got a better restart than Bonneville. Ashik still all over the back of Bark. Ashik looks to have got the better run on Bark coming out that last little corner. Is he going to think about a move into this next hairpin? No, he's going to sit behind. Although Park may have just got DRS. No, he hasn't. So Ashik's gonna get him. The mechanical is closing quick on Bonneville. Gets Bonneville into the little left right. But Bonneville gets a much better drive, and I think he's gonna have DRS as well. He does. And that is now going to open the door to Ashik on mechanical. Not quite close enough there. As Osso picks up his compulsory 3-second time penalty. Osso, I love you, never change. You are one hell of a guy. So we are just waiting for one of these three to make another move again. As here we go. They all seem a lot closer this time around. Mechanical goes for the move again. But again, Bonneville's going to get a much better exit and is going to get DRS. And it's like deja vu, I think. Or did Mechanical get DRS? Mechanical got DRS. And Ashik looks to have tried to get Bonneville as well, and has got him. Proper little scrap for P1 currently, as Bart gets Bonnie. And that has brought everyone else back into play, just that one little scrap. We've now got a DRS train from P1 down to P7. So I'd imagine that Ashik is going to get Mechanical quite comfortably, as we've lost someone in Sector 1. I think that might be Ross, has had a little spin, I believe. Yes, he has. Let's jump back on board with this little scrap. Bonneville gets Bark. Ashik doesn't get Mechanical there, but is he going to get him on this next straight? Not quite. Let's just have a look at position changes for you guys. Mechanical up 3, Carl up 3, Gameful up 4, Paranoid 4, and Toxa 4, Osso 4. Surely not. Game's glitched, Osso's at 4 positions. As Bark is teetering on DRS from the top 3, I think he's going to miss out this time around. As Ross seems to be having a bit of an issue in Sector 3. As Bark gets back in DRS. Good driving from Mechanical at the moment, as Ross decides to pit and quit. And the virtual safety car is out. I don't know why. Simba's dropping down the order. Simba's lost front wing. That would be why then. Nobody else around him seems to have had. There's a full send Dave, picks up 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. Don't know what that was about. Simba is just struggling to turn. He will be looking to come into the pits, get a wing change, and hopefully try and get back out when the safety car is still out. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'd imagine it is going to go anytime soon. As Cabalist gets a 20-second time penalty for speeding under VSC. Never seen 20 seconds before. So Ashik is close to Mechanical. He's going to go around the outside. Mechanical tries to defend it up the inside. As that now gives Bonneville the free position. Helicopter angle is, I just love this camera angle. So Mechanical has now dropped out of DRS from the front two on this penultimate lap. So can Ashik hold on? Bonneville is looking to make this move on Ashik. Both on similar amounts of ERS as well. As Bonneville's had a little accident, I believe. Oh, he has. Heartbreak for Bonneville. That has handed, I think, this win to Ashik in this sprint race. Mechanical now being pushed through by Bark. Bark gets a mega drive out of there. There's a lot more ERS as well. As Mechanical doesn't have a front wing, so I wonder whether he had an incident with Bonnie. Gameful up the inside of Mechanical. As Ashik takes the win here in Abu Dhabi in the sprint. Mechanical and Bart still having a little scrap. There you go then. Ashik P1, Bart P2, Carl P3. Good drive from him. Gameful P4, Mechanical P5, Clay P6, Kieran P7, Paranoid P8, Bonnie Val in the end P9, Venom P10, Osso Bosso P11, good drive from him. Warrior Huntsman P12, Kamimu P13, and Toxa P14, Cavaliers P15, Fulsem P16, Simba P17, and Chip Hazard P18, with Ross and Ninja not finishing the race. So there you go then, just confirmation then of the sprint race results. Ashik P1, Bark P2, Carlton P3, Gameful P4, Mechanical P5, Clay P6, Kieran P7, Paranoid P8, Bonnieval P9, Venom P10, Osso P11, Huntsman P12, Kamimu P13, and Toxa P14, Cavaliers P15, Fulsem P16, Simba P17, Chip P18, and Ross and Ninja not finishing the race. So we'll just have a look at everyone's tyres then. Ashik opting for the hards. Everyone else, the mediums, apart from Antoxa, Simba, Chip and Ross, all opting for the softs. We'll see what happens. I apologise, Tim. I was muted this whole time. You are a legend. Yeah, I was actually complimenting you while I was muted, talking to myself, saying how I'll just put my feet up and let you commentate the race by just doing the comments. I do apologise to everyone. But yeah, Carl, and Bart got mega starts. And now Gameful is trying to make the move on Bark, it looks like. Ashik also getting involved in this. Gameful is probably going to get this move done down this next DRS straight. If he can get a decent enough drive out of it. And he is draining the battery as well. So is Ashik. Ashik goes around the outside of Bart. There's big bit of lag there from Gameful. So Ashik is going to have the run now on Gameful. But can't get the move done in that DRS straight. As we have an issue in sector 3. As a Scottish Ninja seems to have had a bit of an issue. Yeah, Tim, that is correct, bud. Kyle and Bark got mega starts. Bark just obviously can't quite keep up the race pace with the guys. Hopefully he can stay on the back of Ashik and Gameful. We'll stand board of this little battle with Kieran for the very moment. As Gameful is making inroads into Kyle. That lead was 1.2, it's now only 9 tenths. As Kieran makes a move on Cammy, gets it done. Gameful is catching Carl at a massive rate of knots, but these two guys have drained their batteries and Ashik is sitting there on close to 70%. Yeah, Kieran and Clay also had a really good scrap in the first 2 laps from Tim. Yeah, correct, mate. I did mention while I was muted how they were just losing time, and the group chat that I know they're probably in together would have probably got a little bit heated. But it's all fun and games. So Bark is out of DRS. Clay seems to be in a bit of a no man's land at the moment. Here we go then. Gameful makes a pass Carl, and so does Ashik. Here we go then, Ashik's looking for the move on Gameful, going around the outside. Can't get it done. Gameful keeps the position for now, and that's brought Bark back into play again. Kieran has managed to make it past Paranoid as well. As we have a problem, as Antoxa has lost a wing, it appears. That is correct. In sector 3, it's unfortunate for him, as there's just tons of battling going on between these four at the moment. I do want to jump back on board with Gainful, as he is looking to make the move on the outside of the Sheik. Thinks better of it there. Can't get it done. Let's see if Carl managed to stay within DRS. I'm not too sure if he did or not. Yeah, he did. Bark did as well. Gainful thinks about the inside. Doesn't this time around. Hopefully get him on the next DRS straight. As they are approaching the back marker of Antoxa. So hopefully Antoxa doesn't get in the way of these guys when it comes to it. Gainful still can't find a way past Sheik. And Cole and Bark are dropping off the back of these two. So I would imagine that we are going to start to see some sort of pit stops in the next, I'd say 6 or so laps, depending on what the guys want to do strategy wise. It's Cavalier's pits for a new set of hards. He's going to go 20 laps on those hards. As Osso Bosso, as I say, never change. I love you. You've just picked up your compulsory 3-second time penalty. At least you made it 9 laps this time, not the odd 5. Good work, buddy. As Scottish Ninja has retired from the session, I believe he is pit and quit. So let's see if Gainful does make the move this time around. Oh, what's going on here? So, not really too much going on at the front here. Just I was saying that we have had someone that brings out a virtual safety car. Don't know what that's for though. Oh, that's the huntsman. He's had a little incident. So this will just neutralise everything. He hasn't got a front wing. And that brings out a full course safety car. So that hasn't really worked into the hands of a Sheik that has for Gainful, Goldtrim, Bartmandu, etc. As I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly grab a beverage. as I took a little bit longer than expected and the safety car is still out, which surprises me. So then, Gainful pitted for the hards. It'll be going till the end. As I say, this hasn't really played out for a sheep at all. We're just waiting for Osso and Antokta to catch up. Osso, you are mental going for the softs. You are definitely going to have to bid again. Oh, Tim, you're such a telltale. Telling me who got penalties. Fulsen got a penalty, did he? So you got 3 seconds for track limits. Also, another 3 seconds. And Antokta got either 5 seconds or 3 seconds. Let's have a look at the position change. Full send is up 8 currently. Good solid drive from Dave so far. Hopefully he can keep it that way. So hopefully Antokta can catch up before the end of sector 2, and then we can get 15 or so laps of racing left. As a safety car, he is in this lap. We'll see what sort of getaway Rashid gets on this restart. And away he goes. Gets a decent enough restart. But obviously it's a matter of time before Gainful passes him on them fresh hards. And as I say that, Gainful makes a move. Gainful around the outside. So much more grip. And that's now going to bring Carltrim into play as well. He's going to try and think about a move. Can't quite get it done there. Clay thinking about a move on Bark. As we have an issue in sector 3. I think that's Antokta again. I think Antokta's had a bit of an issue. Ashik is really suffering here. Gameful has just managed to absolutely drop him. Every corner is gaining about a tenth. There goes Carl now. Carl gets it done. Is Bart gonna think about a move as well? Bart does think about a move. Can't quite get it done that time as Clay almost collects Bark. As Clay does get Bark. Goes around the outside. Tries to hold it. Turns into the inside. Still trying to hold it, but can't quite get it done. Good little battle from them guys. I'd imagine that Ashik is hoping and praying for a late safety car. He's just bleeding time. Kieran getting close to the back of Clay as well there. And he is going to make the move. Bart makes the move on a sheet. Carl is gaining on Gameful similar amounts of ERS as well. As Kira makes it past Clay. Falls Ashik is in the pits. Got a bit of a gap from Bart to Carl. And then from Bart to Kieran. Now a bit of a gap again from Kieran to Clay. Which is going to open the door to Bonnie Val and Clay. Let's look at that. Ashik was pretty much leading this race the whole time. And he's now down in P18 because of that safety car. Come at the wrong time for him. Let's see what sort of recovery drive he can do. Let's see what tyres he's on first. He's gone for the mediums. Bonnie Val is pushing Clay through here. As also picks up 5 seconds for quarter cutting. He gained 1 place. Well done, also. Good work, buddy. So Carl has made it past Gameful. But Gameful just needs to be sensible as mechanical, but it's got 3 seconds for track limits. Gameful just needs to be sensible here. Still plenty of racing left. Carl is low on battery. So Carl will be hoping to recharge over these next few laps. So let's just have a look down the order. See what's going on elsewhere. Camimu is catching Bonneville. Paulsand seems to be on the back of Clay. Close followed by Mechanical and Simba. A little bit of a train forming between all these guys. As Camimu makes it past Bonneville. We're now 3 wide through this little section. Cavalis and Mechanical on a little scrap. Mechanical gets the better of Cavalis. So does Simba. Simba picks up 3 seconds for track limits though. So from P7 all the way down to P17. Here's a big train. Mechanical thinks about sending me down the inside of Dave. Cavalis is going to make the move on Simba. Can't quite get it done. Although he does get it done on the exit, it appears. Simba's having to go and back, and now Paranoid's jumping into it. It's 3 wide going into there. Solid little battle going on between all of these cars. It's fairly clean as well from what I'm seeing. A few little wheel bags here and there. As I say that, someone's wing has just come completely off. Simba and Mechanical still scrapping it out. As Full Send made it past. Whoa. I don't know what just happened there, but that was pretty carnage. Simba has retired. And that brings out the virtual safety car. I don't quite know what happened there. He's on top, so it gets 5 seconds of speed in the pits. It looked as if Clay got tagged from the rear by somebody, don't know who, and that just sorted off. That just started off the whole chain of events. But that has given Game for a bit of a gap. As Kieran and Bonneville decide to pit. Bonneville touch on the softs. Kieran softs as safety car's out. Here we go then. So some brains off from a lot of the guys. So your top 6 are still on old tyres. This could work out in Ashik's favour, to be fair. Well, we're going to get a bit of a surprise ending to this race. Is someone unexpectedly going to take the win, or is Carl or going for going to be able to hold off? Let's look at the position changes as well for you guys. Cammy up 9. Full send up 7. Mechanical down 10, I think it says. Yeah, it does. So he is the biggest loser so far as Venom decides to pit. Bonneville 3-second penalty, full send with 3, mechanical 3, also 6, and then Thompson with 11. So this should be an interesting end to the race. Hopefully the safety car is in this lap as well. Just waiting for Antoxa to catch up to the back of the pack. Hopefully he can do that in time before the end of sector 2, which I don't think it appears he's going to. So the safety car will be out for one more lap, I'd imagine. Unless it's a late call. Which it doesn't. Oh yeah, it is a late call. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see what sort of getaway Carl can get, but at the moment Kieran seems to be in the best position on them fresh softs. This car backs back up nicely and gets us going early. Looks like a clean getaway from everyone. So Sheik gets Camu, Kieran also gets Camu. Drops 2 positions in the space of 2 corners, but he's coming back at Kieran. Kieran though gets obviously a much better drive out of there. As Ross has had a little instant, it appears. As he is getting going again. Ashik is pushing Bart through currently. Kieran thinks about sending one up the inside. Can't quite get it done. So here we go then. Ashik making the move on his teammate. And does get it done. Now he's all over the back of Gameful. Gameful pushing, Carl through. Gets it done. We have another change of the lead of this race. As through comes that Mercedes of Ashik. He is picking up these positions. Bonneville makes it past Park and Kieran. As there was a bit of an incident there between a few of the guys, it looks like, as Chip is out. Looks like he lost it in sector, the end of sector 3. It's unfortunate for him. Here we go then, Ashik makes the move on Gameful. Bonneville also makes the move on Gameful. Bonneville now makes a move on Ashik as well. This is a three-way battle. This Gameful breaks late. Ashik's off the road as well. Still kicking off here. There's just battles happening everywhere. Clay has managed to get Kieran. Bonneville has got Gameful. Carl is now the next one on Clay's hit list. So here we go then, the penultimate lap of this race. Can Bonneville get this move done on Gameful odds? When he does, Gameful comes back at him. Gameful just playing the DRS game, it appears. As also did pick up another 5 seconds for cutting the corner. Clay makes a pass Carl then. Can he now get onto the back of Gameful? He has 11 lap fresher tyres. It's It'd be a really good result for Clay if he can get in the podium. It's your final lap of the race. Is there going to be any twists and turns? As Kieran sends it down the inside of Carl. Carl now all over the back of Kieran. Can't get the move done there. Full send, sticks his nose in. Can't get the move done. Mechanical looks at full send but can't get it done either. Look at the position changes again. It's good drive from Bonneville, good strategy call from him. Good drive from full send as well. So that is it then. Ashik takes P1, Gainful P2, Bonneville P3 in the end with the time penalty. So, just confirmation then, Ashik P1, Gainful P2, Bonneville P3, Clay, good drive from him P4, Carl P5, Warrior P6, Carolus P7, Kieran P8, Fulson P9, Mechanical P10, Venom P11, Camimu P12, Ross P13, Paranoid P14, Bark P15, Osso P16, and Toxa P17, Chip, Zimba, and Scottish Ninja not finishing the race. As we will just get your podium sitters into the chat, which is Gainful, Bonneville, and Ashik. As Bonneville has joined us. Sheik has joined us. We're just waiting for Gainful. As we will interview Gainful once he gets it. So we will start with P3 Bonneville. Good evening, Bonneville.
Good evening again.
How are you, buddy?
Aching, to say the least. I'm not
Sorry.
fully, I'm shaking. I'm not fully recovered after that whole safety car restart ordeal.
Talk us through it from your perspective.
Uh, yeah, the sprint race was going well, and I don't know if I just broke on the curb behind Ashik, but that just unsettled the car, which was not what I wanted. But then we started from near the back and thought if I start on hards, if we can have a safety car like lap 12 to 14, round about the pit stop phase, it'll be good. And then there was a move in the start of the third sector that just caught me out and I picked up front wing damage. Thankfully, there was a virtual safety car that came out afterwards, but I thought the race was done, to be honest, there and then. And then there was another safety car, which very much helped my race. Went for softs. I don't know why any other people didn't really box for softs. But then it was just about picking the moves wisely instead of just going, full send on the restart. Doesn't really make much sense. I thought there will be DRS. We can pick people off one by one. It was a fresh set of softs as well because I only used 2 sets in qualifying. So that helped me out a lot. And then just used the grip of the tyres, made moves on the outside. I do need to check my footage because I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up 2 penalties on lap 2, but I'll have to double check that. And if I did, then yeah, the 3 seconds is justified. If it's not, then I'll be putting in an appeal to see if I can get it done.
Yeah, obviously, I can't make a comment on what the stewards' outcomes will be as an independent, but it'll be interesting to see, obviously, what happens in the final standings this week. But great drive, Bonnie Val. Again, nice to see you back up on the podium, and I would imagine that I'll be speaking to you with this sort of form next week.
I don't know. Zambor isn't it's not my strongest track on the season's calendar, so I'm kind of hoping for damage limitation with that.
Well, anyway, we'll see what happens on that one. Great drive though, buddy.
Thank you, and
We
well done to
will.
Ashik and to Gameful.
Anyway, we'll see. Much appreciated, buddy. So we will now join Gameful. Good evening, Gameful.
My mic is muted. Good evening.
There you go. That's better. Talk us through it then. From your perspective, obviously, safety car didn't exactly come out and help any of you front runners there on coming out just as you lot were going around the pits. But talk us through it from your perspective.
Yeah. I think I had a win in the bag. With the little make between myself and Carl Trim. So we were both on hards, and I actually wasn't trying to pass him sort of times when I actually lifted on the straights or didn't or stopped my DRS early because I was trying to recharge my ERS. So I think I got up to like 80 something percent, and I checked the stream, and his was low, way lower than that. Because when it passed, I just wanted to disappear. Um, but that didn't quite work out because the safety car came out. So then we had a buffer of about 4 cards that was still on hard between us before the soft runners. And I think a little bit of game playing didn't work in our favor because the soft guys got through a lot quicker than expected. I thought that we would have been good until the end of the race, and then Ashik appeared out of nowhere. I didn't even realize that he was in the mix still on his mediums. So yeah, not much that I could have done but hold on and try to get on the podium.
Yeah, obviously, again, it's another podium for you after last week's win. It's a P2 this evening. Strategy didn't play in your favour, but you still managed to walk away with a podium. So another great drive again, Gameful. And
Thank you.
same as Bonnie Val, with this sort of form, I will most likely be speaking to you next week on the podium.
We'll see Alexander. So we'll see.
Thank you very much, buddy. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too, bro.
And I am now joined by your race winner, Ashik. Good evening.
Evening.
How are you?
I'm good. Doing good on yourself?
I'm not too bad, thank you, buddy. Talk us through it from your perspective then. It's obviously at one point it looked like you wasn't even going to be making it back onto the podium after obviously safety car coming out and helping everyone else's strategies, but
Yeah,
good result in the end.
That first safety car really ruined me because I knew if I pit, I'd have to do about, I think it would have been 15 laps on the mediums, and I didn't think I'd have enough pace to match with those guys towards the end. So I knew if I maybe hung it out on the hards another 4 or 5 laps, I could maybe push to the end. But that last safety car really helped because I think I got to 10th, and then the safety car came out. But those guys were maybe about 16 to 17 seconds ahead of me, and there was maybe 6 laps left. Yeah. So that last safety car was a big help.
Yeah, so like I say, when I saw you, you were down in I think in P17, P18 after you pitted, with about 12
I think
seconds
I
gap
came out.
between you.
Yeah, one person before last that came out.
Yeah, so it's a hell of a drive, but obviously from your perspective, good race from you.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I was pushing and I was trying to keep, like when I was overtaking, I was trying to keep it as clean as possible and trying to keep my wing out of like anyone else's car because I knew I needed to push as much as I could and save the ERS for the last push.
And that definitely proved vital this evening then, buddy, because that's a great win for you. Obviously, from not looking like you were going to win to coming and taking the win, that's a great drive from you, mate.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy. And that is the end of round 3 CDR here at Abu Dhabi for Tier 2. Please join us on Sunday at the earlier time of 8 o'clock for Tier 3's race. If not, I will hopefully be catching you at the same time of 8:30 next week, where we will be visiting the Netherlands, Zandvoort. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. This is King Luckman, over.